High Scrollers is produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past and present.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright. Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
We've been sharing our lives online for over 10 years, so who better to catch you up on everything that's going viral?
Oh, and we talk a lot about ourselves as well, Joel. Coming up on this episode of Big Business. It is a business-heavy podcast today. We're talking marketing techniques from car companies. We're talking sales techniques. We're talking selling anything, anywhere.
We're talking about dinosaurs.
We're talking about
and I can do it. I can do a great dinosaur impersonation.
Oh yeah, we learnt that today. It's actually diabolical, if I'm honest. But anyway, deal me in, Joel. Let's go.
Good morning, Matthew. You got a front face and hat on again today.
And we're indoors and all. Well, you know what? It's because I didn't want to do my hair. So
See, that's AJ every day, but I get so annoyed, especially because, like, AJ has the thickest head of hair, like, I've ever seen. He gets his hair cut and needs to go back again in a week. Like, gets a haircut, it looks really nice. The week later, fucked again. But then... So, like, his hair is so beautiful, thick, grows so fast, covers it with a hat every day of his life because he can't be bothered to do it.
Right. And I hardly ever wear a hat and have no hair on my head. I 100% though am... Oh, I was gonna let everyone in on a little secret, but I might save it.
What? No, just say it. Just say it.
No, because I'll tell them eventually.
Okay.
But I don't want to be one of those people who says I'm going to do something then never does it, you know?
Yeah, true. That's a bad trait.
Yeah,
That's probably me.
You know, I saw a video and I have a question for you. I want to kick this episode off with a question.
Oh, fun.
And how you answer is very important.
Okay. No pressure.
And I hope you haven't seen the video.
Okay.
But I want to ask you, what is your favourite dinosaur?
I saw this TikTok.
Damn it.
Okay, I saw the TikTok, but I didn't answer it. I'm gonna say the I don't know the name, but the one with the long neck.
Brontosaurus?
Yeah, is it Brontosaurus?
Yeah, or Brachiosaurus? I don't know. Well, that's good. You've given me an answer. That means you have some sort of personality.
Yeah.
Because this TikTok that I saw said that if you don't have an answer, like if you go, that's a stupid question, or you go, I don't know any dinosaurs, you clearly just have no personality whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Let me look up. Is it Brontosaurus? Why did they name that?
That's the herbivore.
Yeah,
with the
it's Brontosaurus.
Yeah. What's a Brachiosaurus? Can you look up that
Yeah.
one? Show me what that one looks like.
I don't know how to fucking.
But yeah, this TikTok was basically
like. Oh, Brachiosaurus is very similar too.
Okay, yeah.
But I would say the other one because it's a bit more fat.
Okay.
Like a bit more chunky in the body.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I'm Velociraptor vibes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And for what reason?
Just because I think they're like on par with a T-Rex, but no one ever actually talks about them, which is very me.
Yeah.
I feel, you know what I mean? I feel underestimated sometimes. So I'm the Velociraptor of...
Do you reckon like every straight man's answer would be like, oh, a T-Rex?
Probably. No, something real niche.
Wait, let's ring AJ. Let's ring him.
Okay. I will say pterodactyl is my second favourite. Love a pterodactyl.
I used to be able to do a pterodactyl noise.
How do you know what they sound like?
Is that
Sorry,
good?
but how do you know? They went extinct millions of years ago and you're going, oh, I can make it sound like it. How do we know what it sounds like?
Like that sounds like a genuine.
How did you even figure out? How did you figure out you could do a pterodactyl sound when we don't even know what a pterodactyl sounds like?
Because we've seen it in the movies. You do one.
I wouldn't be able to. Brittney, that is fucked up. Okay, so write it down, everyone. When we do a High Scrollers live, we're doing a segment where Brittney comes out dressed as a pterodactyl. No, pink flamingo.
They've DM'd me.
Hanging from the roof as a
They
pterodactyl.
DM me. I need to get back to them. They
Oh
said
my
they're keen
God.
on the
Yeah,
live show.
yeah, right.
Anyway, let's ring AJ.
Okay. See what his favourite dinosaur is. Oh my God. I can't breathe. You sound like a chair scraping along the ground.
Fucking come on, AJ.
He's busy working.
Oh no, he's at work. I'm calling him on Messenger, everyone. That's what that call sound is, by the way.
Pavo.
Oh, come on.
Poor Hannah editing this episode. With your screeching.
Dinosaur sounds. Wait, I'll try him on his actual mobile.
Oh, here we go. Nice different ringtone.
He's going to think something's wrong.
Well, something is wrong. We desperately need to know what his favourite dinosaur is.
Oh, come on, AJ.
All right. Stick around, folks.
He'll ring us back at some point.
We'll
Let's take a guess. Oh.
The start of his voicemail sounds like an
Hi.
actual call.
Hi, this is AJ. I made him change that like last year because I think I've said this
You
on.
have.
Okay, I've
Yeah.
already said it.
But say it again in case you
Okay.
didn't know.
So AJ didn't know that his voicemail was what it was for the longest time. And it used to be like, it must have been when you set it up, you know how it's like after the tone, say your name.
Mm.
So then when I would ring him and it would ring all the way through, it would be like, hi, AJ. Like, I think he set it up when he was laying in bed or something. And so he's come into fate and got this important role. Wouldn't have mattered when he was a tradie, but now people would be ringing him and he's not answering. It would be, AJ. So I made him change it. Anyway, if he's going to call us back for sure.
Yeah, nice.
But I'm going to say T-Rex. What do you reckon his dinosaur's going to be?
Yeah, I reckon T-Rex as well.
What about a Stegosaurus?
Don't mind that. I do love a Triceratops as well.
What's that one?
Big one with the big horns and the big head. The big,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Stegosaurus is good because it's short and stumpy, but it can fuck you up. Just like me.
This would be a good, anyone going on a date, this would be a good
First date
first
question.
date question.
Yes.
What's your favourite dinosaur, but then what dinosaur represents you?
Yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a great question.
Yeah. Nice little way to start off the podcast. Anyway, what question you got for me then?
Oh, shit.
What?
A question?
Yeah. Well, I've asked you one that was quite interesting, actually.
Okay. Do you take multivitamins or any kind of vitamins?
Only vitamin D at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Because we actually, I'm going to Europe.
Yeah.
So I'll stop talking about America soon.
Yep.
And I'll start talking about Europe.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
But we've pre-recorded an episode which is coming out later, and I talk all about my blood work that I just got done and the results. So I have to take the vitamin D. So when you listen to that, scrollers, in a few weeks, just know that I'm now taking my vitamin D supplements.
Nice. I just started taking them as well, like 4 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just did some research and found out like what, because I've always been one of those people where it's like, are these actually going to do anything for me?
Mm-hmm.
But then like you hear, like it's good to just take like a multivitamin, a probiotic, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got like a multivitamin, a probiotic, fish oil. I'm taking 2 fish oils in the morning. Good for skin.
This is a Roman Empire. No, this is a canon event, sorry.
Why?
I feel like everyone in their life goes through
a phase
moment
where you get all the vitamins.
going,
I've done this like 3 times in my life.
You go and get all the vitamins. You go to the shops. You get all the vitamins, especially when they're all on sale.
I did an iHerb order.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you go for like 7 days of having vitamins, and then you forget all about them.
This is the thing. I've done this so many times throughout my adult life, and then you stick to it for not very long, and then you just give up. But this time I want to stick to it. So I've got the multivitamin, probiotic, fish oil, magnesium at night, and then the last one is vitamin D3 and K something, and that's what I'm taking. So I've got 5 different ones I take a day.
Okay, and does your piss look radioactive yet?
I haven't looked.
Okay.
Because, like, we don't look down as much.
so true.
Yeah, so you
I've gotta
actually have to.
aim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually. Do you want to know something funny? When we went to Katy Perry the other week, and you had like your corset and everything on, I like had a moment,
Oh,
a
that's
dumb
right,
moment. So Matt was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the toilet in this thing and like undo the corset and everything." And so Matt went to the toilet and he came out really quickly. And I was like, "That was really quick. Like, how'd you do that?" And then you're like, "I stood up." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Fucking forgot that guys stand up when they go to the toilet.
Also, what a sight, me going to the bathroom at Katy Perry with like other like dads in like jeans.
Was there anyone in there when you went in
there
there?
are plenty people in
Do
there.
they stare at you?
Oh yeah, they take a good look.
They probably think you're hot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I thought, what's this bombshell doing in here? She's in the wrong toilet. Oh, I'd leave my wife for her. Yeah. Yeah. No, the boys, they love me. They can't get enough of me.
Yeah, nice.
And I dress for them. I dress for the male gaze. So
do ya?
No. But Katy Perry, definitely in the toilets, I was causing quite a scene. And then when I actually came out though, like I went in and there were plenty of people in there, and then it was funny because when I was done, there was not a soul in sight, and I was like, I've cleared the joint out. I think it was just a coincidence, but it was funny. But I think there might have been a scroller in there who, as I was tying myself back up and, putting everything back together, said, "Hello, love you, love you." I think he said, "Love the podcast." And I was like, "Thank you." So shout out to the scroller that I ran into in the toilets at Katy Perry. And sorry that I was trying to tuck myself back in, if you know what I mean. Next.
Please be upstanding for the royal flush.
I actually have 2 royal flushes for today.
Do you?
Because I thought I want to do one royal flush, but I'm kind of like, this is just a real short one, so it's not really worth having a whole royal flush about. But you know that guy who's like, no fizzy drinks today?
Yeah.
He celebrated 5 years of no fizzy drinks.
Oh, good on
5
him.
years. So that started, because it started in COVID. What it was like because of lockdown that he started that, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
What's his name? Rohit? Is that his name? I forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, he celebrated 5 years, no fizzy drinks today. So there you go. Congratulations. Love that. Thought anyone who has listened and has seen, because I'm sure we've all seen him at some point on our social media. But obviously that's nice and short and sweet. And I love to talk. So I have a second one, which is the series called Bad Walkers by Matt Bass. He is a New York City local, and he has a TikTok series called Bad Walkers, and it is him walking behind bad walkers, and it is so good because when I was in New York City, the thing that I noticed is you could tell who was a local and who wasn't just purely by the way that they walk on the sidewalk. And I, as someone who was not a local, was very conscious of how I walked on the sidewalk. So how
did the locals walk? Do they walk really fast?
Fast, like darting in and out around people, like on a mission, you know what I mean? And then the bad walkers are like, you can tell they're taking up 4 people across the sidewalk. They're walking slower.
So they're like tourists?
They're looking around. They're not looking straight ahead, like got their head down, going to where they need to be.
Yeah.
And you could just tell. So anyway, look up Matt Bass, Bad Walkers on TikTok, and you'll get an understanding. And what he does is he like puts them on blast and sees how they react to him behind them.
Oh.
She's tripped over, yeah. But they'll either be on the wrong side of the path.
So he doesn't interview them or anything?
No, he just...
Imagine if he took it to the next level and he just went, "Excuse me, do you know that you're a really bad walker?" He'd get his head bashed in.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Not by a tourist, though. I don't reckon.
Nah. I reckon I'm a good walker, but, like, it just depends. Like, oh, look at this girl. 10 out of 10 good walker.
Yes, so he's got good walkers as well. See, she's a New York local. I can tell she's on a mission.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the ones that aren't, look at that. I mean, that's just disrespectful.
4 people taking up the whole thing, walking quite slow.
Walking slow.
Oh, here's AJ.
Oh, good.
Okay, we're going back to the dinosaur chat. Hello, AJ.
Hello.
Oh, we have a question.
What's up?
We have a question for you for the podcast.
Okay.
So you're
Shoot.
on air.
On air. Okay. Hey.
Okay.
Is he in bed?
Are you in bed?
No, I'm at the office. I'm
Oh.
measuring stuff.
He has like sexy bed voice.
Matt said you have a sexy voice.
I said sexy.
He
Throw
said,
me under
yeah, I
the
know.
Throw me under the bus.
Okay. Our question for you is, what is your favourite dinosaur?
Dinosaur.
Yeah, if you had to pick one that's your favourite.
I'm not really familiar with too many dinosaurs.
But if you had to
let's-
pick.
Let's go Triceratops.
Nice.
What one's that again?
That's the one I was talking about with the horns and the big head.
Oh,
thing.
yeah. And why would you say it's your favourite?
Again, I have no idea about dinosaurs, so yeah, good name.
Matt, how do you rate AJ's answer?
I think good, and again, it is a reflection. So he's a bit of a triceratops, you know?
Okay.
Hard exterior, soft on the inside.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your contribution to today's episode of High Scrollers. Anything you want to say to the scrollers while you've got them?
Not particularly. I've got a tape measure in my hand, so
Nice.
kind of lost for words.
What you measuring?
Yeah, what are you measuring?
Just all your curtains.
Yeah, measuring curtains because we're moving offices, seeing if we
Nice.
can use them again.
All right, let him go work then.
All right, thanks, AJ.
Bye, darling.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Triceratops, yeah. I know he'd say that.
I want to look up Triceratops. That's like the big,
You'd
like,
know the straight away you'd go, oh yeah, the one that looks like a rhino.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of, they're kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway,
Back to what we were talking about.
yeah. Forget what we're talking about. Let's move
The
on.
walkers.
Oh yeah, bad walkers. So I always, every time I'm in a shopping centre, I always think to myself, there needs to be a fast lane.
Mm.
Slow walkers, fast lane, just like we have on a freeway. Like I feel like some people, when you did squads as a kid, you know,
What's
you
squads?
do, you know, in your swimming lessons, and then you get into squads if you were good, and I did. Hated it though. Only lasted about
See,
4
I hated
weeks.
swimming. I hated swimming carnival day. Like, too
Mm.
embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I was good, so I enjoyed it.
Oh, nice.
I was like,
Nice.
everyone look at me and my blue ribbon. But yeah, I feel like there was too much admin with swimming.
You reckon?
You know, you got water in your fucking ears. I got to put on that stupid cap. It hurts my hair.
See, I would not compete. I would sit up in the grandstand thing, and then when it was free swimming time, I would be
Yeah.
down in the pool.
Which, by the way, it wasn't mandatory to compete in
No.
athletics. So why'd I fucking do it every time?
Yeah.
Every time I do it. And I think to myself now, why didn't I just sit down and get something from the canteen and
That
have
was
a good
me.
day? Here I am trying to win, and I would always get the blue ribbon as well. Oh,
Is that the participation one?
that's fucking first place. I was raking in all the blue ribbons from kindergarten as well.
Oh, shit.
That was running. I was the first a good runner, so I was running,
Mm-hmm.
doing the cross country. Oh, and then
I
I've
hated that.
told you the story about how when we got to high school, you didn't need to do the cross country, but I didn't know that.
Nah.
I think I actually told the story in my first comedy show that I did. But yeah, basically when I got to year 8, I didn't realize they sent out permission slips for the cross country because we'd moved to high school. The cross country actually went outside the school and like through the streets of the suburb where my school was, and like through a bush and like round the oval. And then anyway, so you basically were going off the school campus to run the cross country.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to get permission slips signed to do the cross country. So I've like gone home, mum signed my permission slip, I've given it back, like nil interest at this point in my life in actually doing the cross country, but I'm like, whatever. So I get down, they're like, it's going to be second period on Friday, whatever. So second period Friday, I walk down to do the cross country. It's me and like 8 other guys. Like I thought it was like the whole
School.
like I thought it was the whole grade. Like I thought all the boys in my like PE class or something would be like, it was a whole thing. So it was like me and like 8 very serious runners. Like they were very serious.
They're like,
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, this is so embarrassing, but I'm here now, so I've got to do it. And then, so I did the cross country with like the 8
did you try really
guys.
hard?
Well, I tried enough, but like, you know, still came like second last. But the funniest part is that my I think there was 7 and I came 6th. And I went back to my history class, which had still like we'd finished it within the hour. So so they were like back to class. So I went back to class, to my history class, where I walked in and the teacher there was saying that she didn't believe. So she'd marked the roll at the start of the class and she didn't believe. Someone said, he's doing cross country. And she apparently went, oh, as if he's obviously wagging. He's not doing cross country, as if, oh, you're telling me he's doing cross country. You're lying to me. And so I got to walk back in and someone brought that up and said that. And I was like, well, I'll have you know, I just did the cross country and I came 6th. And she was like, wow. And everyone was like, wow, did you really? I was like, yeah, I came 6th. Didn't tell them there were 7 people in the race. And the one who came 7th was injured as well. So we're recovering from a broken leg or something.
See, when I was in school, I hated all of that. I hated cross country. I hated swimming, carnival. I hated all those. I liked the fun games at the cross country day, like, you know, the big like parachute thing, like, you know, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The big rainbow circle thing, and you'd all hold around the edge and put balls in the middle and you flip them up in the end and you'd go under.
I did that in like preschool.
Yeah, but I'm talking primary school.
No, I don't think we had a parachute.
At our like
school.
cross country sports carnival day, we'd have like games as well.
What's that for the kids?
Potato sack races.
Kids who were no good at running.
Yeah, me.
Come and play with the
I
parachute.
do potato sack races.
Oh yeah, I think I do remember those.
I would do that.
3-legged.
Yeah, 3-legged race. I liked all those, but I hated like the sports carnival and the swimming carnival. Hated it. I was that kid that just didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I wish that I knew that you didn't have to do it, because I think I did everything and always went above and beyond. And I think if there's one lesson I've learned in life, it's that you don't need to go above and beyond.
Just go in between.
Just do what you can.
Yeah.
It's all right, you know?
Yeah.
You don't need to overachieve every single time.
I do.
And she does.
Okay, well, on to my royal flush.
Oh, yeah. You haven't done yours yet.
No.
Fuck. Sorry.
Mercedes Country Hills.
Oh, shit. What's going on there?
It's
You mean the car shop?
Yeah. It's, I think, in America. They're on TikTok. If you look it up, you've probably seen it, Matt. It's a bit of a marketing thing, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen. There's even car shops in Australia that do it as well, where all the car salesmen are like on TikTok.
Yeah.
And being like slay queen.
Yeah.
So Mercedes Country Hills, or Calgary Mercedes-Benz, Star Dealer of the Year 2025. And in particular, there's like one guy that's the main guy on their socials. Have you seen him?
No.
So I'll play out one of their videos. I'll play out the one that has 33 million views. It's like a guy in a suit and he's just being really funny.
In a G-Wagon, slamming the door isn't rude. It's required. Bring the drama, girly pop. And cup holders built for your emotional support water bottles. We've got blind spot assist as well as backup cameras. So no more, oopsie, you're just a girl. And no more touching the icky handle. One kick and she gets it. Very cutesy. On the outside, this vehicle is very demure. But on the inside, it's giving bougie. And a cool breeze on the seats because we don't sweat. We shimmer. Ambient lighting that matches your aura.
Anyway, so this is their whole page. It's this guy that, like, I don't know if he's the manager there, he works there, but they've got him saying, like, all young, you know, slay and everything. And I just think it's really fun.
Yeah, I think it's fun too.
And he's promoting cars. And adding a bit of fun. And then there's a Mazda in Australia, Aspley Mazda.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
And they're doing the same sort of thing, but they do like music videos and stuff out in the car yard.
Yeah.
And it's all like they're straight
TikTok
blokes.
dances and
yeah.
whatnot. I am wondering though, like I feel like the clientele who that video is targeting and who's laughing at that are not the clientele who are buying a G-Wagon.
Yeah, G-Wagons are $500,000.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
I thought like 200 maybe?
I think 400 to 500, but you can go more, like depending on what kind.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the people who have the money to spend on a G-Wagon
Aren't getting that humour.
aren't getting that humour, aren't in that world. And
I think it's just good like brand awareness.
Oh, for sure. I mean, 33 million views, that they'd be stoked with that, but also looking at it from like a marketing perspective, it's like how much did that actually help drive sales to your brand?
So
Probably,
true.
Probably nothing. I know not everything's about sales at the end of the day, but like, yeah, it's just, I'm sure that maybe, well, it's Mercedes though, so all the cars are expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, but they've got like some like you could get like a baseline Mercedes, I reckon, from like 60, 70, 80. Yeah. So they do have like your typical sedan hatch style. So maybe. But I like that. I think
he's got a lot of charisma as well.
Yeah, he looks sharp. He's in a suit. Like you need to look it up and see him. I don't know. He just seems like a dad, but like, and they've posted all bloopers of him as well, like which is really funny. Like him trying to say slay girly pop, but he's like girly slay pop. Like he just can't say it. And he's like, what am I supposed to be saying? But I just, every time their videos come up, I always watch it and think it's really fun because like car salesmen and real estate agents, they're like old, I don't want to say trades, but you know, like it's old school, like their jobs, like they're salespeople. So I think it's like a really fun and modern way to be a car salesman because like what do you think when you hear car salesman?
Slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas I think like car yards that are jumping on this, and there's heaps in Australia that are doing it now. I think Aspley Mazda is one that keeps popping up for me as well. I think it's up in Queensland. They're doing it as well because when you do think of a real estate agent or a car salesperson, you do think of like a slimy salesman.
Yeah.
Because that's just like what they're kind of known for because of their, I don't know,
and
reputation.
Even when you go in, like when I went and got my new car and traded in my old one a few years ago, like I went in knowing that that's their game.
Like they come up to you, they're like, hey, what can I help you find anything today? No, I'm just looking.
I just went in and I was like, I know exactly what I want. Can you just not bullshit me? Like give me a good price. Like let's not do the back and forth and you're pretending. Like I was saying all this to him. Like I was like, because the first time I bought a car, I feel like he like was like, oh, I'll just have to go and check out the back. And then he probably just went out and got himself a glass of water, didn't even do anything. It's all part of the game, you know? I was like, don't bullshit me. Don't have any time. I want to buy a car. Let's do it. Like, come on. And then anyway, he ended up getting me with like the trade-in aspect because I had my red Mazda 3, which was in like good condition. And then he said it was worth $10,000. And I was like, I think it's worth a little more than that. And then I did a quick Google search of like how much they were going for, and they're going for like 14 to 15,000. And like I said that, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but you know they've got to clean it up, and they're gonna." I said, "But it's in good condition. There's nothing to like clean up." Anyway, in the end, I ended up just giving in because he was so annoying about it, and I did the 10,000, and I was like, "Oh, can't be bothered. Trade it in for the 10. Take it off the total for the new one." I feel like
that's good though because like trading, like you don't get fucking much compared to selling it on your own.
Yeah, but my car was only like not that
old.
Yeah. 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
So then...
But I feel like for a trade-in, they always try to really rip you off.
Oh, no, they did because the end of this story is the guy who bought it ended up calling me because he found my number in like the logbook and was like, hey, mate, just wanted to know like I bought the car from Mazda and I just want to know like whether you have a spare key because they didn't give me a spare key, but the logbook says it should have a spare key. And I said, oh yeah, I did have a spare key, but I lost that like years and years ago. So sorry, like I wouldn't know where it is and it doesn't exist. Don't worry about it. Like, and then I said, oh, like where you're from and blah, blah. Or he asked where I was from first. And I said, oh, I'm in Sydney. And he was like, oh, I bought it in Canberra. So it actually ended up being sold in Canberra in one of the Canberra dealerships. And I said, oh, just curious, like, how much did you pay for it? He goes, oh, 18,500.
So they made
$8.5 grand off my car. And I was pissed.
It's a lot easier, like, when you're selling a car to do the trade-in because then it's, like, done.
For sure.
But you can always make more in a private sale.
Oh, for sure. But I also didn't think that they'd get that much because he definitely, I mean, I said, give me 14 for it. I said it was 14, so I was expecting like a 12. He could have come back with 11.5 and he still would have made $7 grand off me. So anyway, yeah, it's one of those things where like you can even go in going, well, I'm going to play his game and you still get ripped off in the end.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, hustle, babes. If you're a car salesman, fucking congratulations, honestly.
I reckon I would be a great car salesperson. Like, I'm convinced that I could sell anything. I posted a TikTok the other day and it ruffled a few feathers. I don't know if you saw it, but it was me talking about that guy that I met that sold chairs.
Oh, yeah.
And how he, like, anyway.
You made a good point.
Yeah. And so someone in the comments was like, that's easy for you to say. Like, you sell clothes. Like, you couldn't sell chairs. I'm like, I reckon I could sell fucking anything.
I think you could sell chairs for sure.
I could sell anything.
Yeah. Sell anything online.
Shout out to Anita. But anyway, I'm loving the car talk. I feel like it's a great modern way for car sales people to like show off their personality because they do have this, you know, reputation of being slimy, rip-offs. Like that's just the way it's been in the industry forever. Same with real estate agents, I feel. And I feel like that's just a really fun way to promote their businesses. So if you work at a car yard or if you own a car yard, any of you scrollers, get on socials and have fun with it.
Yeah.
It's so cool to talk through like a car in a girly pop way. Like you'd get so many, especially like the Mazda people that are kind of doing the same sort of videos.
Yeah.
With like more affordable cars for like the everyday person. You'd get so many people coming in being like, I want to look at your cars because you're being so fun on social media.
Yeah, for sure. I've even got an idea for you. If I worked at a car dealership, and someone's probably done this at some point. I'm not saying I came up with it, but right now I'm thinking if I owned a car dealership and I was trying to make content, the first video I'd fucking make is POV, the blow up man isn't working or whatever you call that.
The wacky waveable thing.
Yeah. Like POV, that's not working. And then you just have one of the guys stand out the front as the traffic's going past, waving his fucking arms like one of those wavy men.
Yeah, love it.
That'd go off.
A series that I would love to do is like, if I ever had some spare time, is like going around to businesses that like ask for my help and helping them with their social media and showing them all the fun content that they could make.
Like the lawnmower guy who knocks on the doors and goes, can I mow your lawn for free and make content out
like
of
I'd
it?
love to go to like Mazda in Newcastle or whatever and like all sorts of businesses and like come up with creative concepts for them to show them like you can be on social media too. Because I think a lot of people think when it comes to social media, like you got to be an influencer or you've got to have like, you know, clothes or beauty products or whatever. But like you can literally be selling cars and make social media content.
Yeah.
So I would love to do that one day. Add it to the to-do list for the future. But that is my royal flush.
Well, speaking of marketing and social media, have you seen that Crumble Cookie is in a bit of hot water?
No.
Okay, well, first of all, Max Belegde.
Belegde.
Has posted his Crumble Cookie review.
I did see that.
Which we were tagged in quite a bit because we obviously did a Crumble Cookie review while we were in America. Sorry to bring it up again.
Fuck, that was shit.
Oh my God, they were horrible.
It was just like raw cookie dough.
Yeah, it was really bizarre, everyone. Like, honestly, I feel like we had to obviously try and get that video cut down. We could have harped on about that for 10 minutes about how just like, it really is so basic, like a Subway cookie here in Australia, or even just your cookies, you know, from the supermarket.
You just buy the cookie dough, like the cookie. I reckon the Coles ones that you get are better than
that
those.
are already made.
It was like a cookie dough log that you've bought and cut up and cooked it only for like 5 minutes,
but with no sugar.
Yeah.
It was almost like they had no like, and they were heaps sweet, but they weren't sugary. If that makes sense.
Yeah, they just taste like shit.
Oh, it's bizarre. It's hard to describe what they were like. But anyway, we didn't like them. Max, who is from the UK, was in America. He tried them. He was shocked and appalled that they were so disgusting. And this is the thing I think I like said, and I offend the Americans every time I say this, but I think that like a lot of their food is quite bland. And so when they do have something that's even 10% better, it's like, wow, this is amazing.
I reckon Americans would come here and be blown away at how yummy the food is.
Well, they seem to hate it because I made this comment in one of my videos on the Lenwich wrap, the Caesar wrap that I had in New York, which was delicious. It was
Did
the
that
best.
have anchovies in it?
Well, that's what people said, but I don't think like.
Yuck.
When I looked at the menu, it didn't say anchovies. And if I had seen anchovies, I feel like I would have said no. But I loved it and it was so delicious. So if there was anchovies in it, but I just feel like I feel like there wasn't, but a lot of people said that there was. Anyway, because I said there was something about the Caesar sauce that just gave it a little bit more flavour that made it really special, and everyone was like, "That's the anchovies." But I'm like, I swear I didn't know there were anchovies in
Fuck,
there.
I hate anchovies.
Yeah, same.
I fucking
And my dad would put them on a pizza when I was younger. We'd have homemade pizza. Dad would put anchovies on the pizza. Hannah, are you nodding? Are you nodding as if to say, "Oh,
You love them.
Oh, fired. Fired.
You want to know something, actually? Speaking of seafood, I have a video, actually, that I haven't posted yet. When Dedicated Lifestyle and I went out for lunch the other week, she made me try an oyster.
Oh, you've never had one?
No.
Oh, they're quite nice.
You like them?
I like an oyster, yeah.
Well, I think we fucked up because we ordered like a special one that had all stuff on it because she's like, you'll probably like that better than a fresh one.
Oh, yeah, I don't do fresh. It has to have things on it.
Well, she thinks we fucked up because it was hot.
Oh, spicy.
No.
Oh, it was a hot oyster, like
warm.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
And she's like, when it came out and then she felt the shell, she's like, oh no, this is warm. Like they're way better cold.
Yeah.
I fucking put that thing in my mouth and it came straight back out.
Oh, no.
In the restaurant.
Oh, no. See, I do, I love an oyster Kilpatrick, which you never really see anymore these days.
So are they not hot?
So, no, it's just Worcestershire sauce and little pieces of bacon
I mean,
on
like
top.
warm? So the bacon isn't warm?
No.
It's cold bacon.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or maybe the bacon is warm, but I'm not sure. Now that you say that, I'm not sure.
I just don't think I can do it. Like I love all seafood, but oysters, I tried. I'm never fucking trying that again.
Really?
Like, are you serious? It's slimy and gooey with snot on it.
Yeah, I think you've done
It's
it
like
wrong.
phlegm.
You've gone into it wrong.
And Kate chews it.
Oh, no, I don't chew mine.
So then what's the point?
I don't know. It's just all about the experience.
Like, I feel like everything else I like, crab, prawns, lobster.
Yeah,
like,
oysters are totally different though.
it feels like and fish, I'll eat all that, but it feels like that's been caught from the ocean and then stuff has been done to it before it gets to your plate. But with the oyster, like when I was holding the shell, like it just feels like it's really just been pulled straight from the ocean straight in your mouth.
Yeah, most of the time. Isn't a nice fresh oyster the way to go?
Ooh, no thanks.
Interesting. Fair enough.
Where were we going with this?
Crumble cookie.
Yes.
Yeah, so crumble cookie, we hate it, whatever. Anyway, they're in hot water at the moment. They're being sued by a record label, which unfortunately I have totally forgotten which one it is, but it's one of the big ones.
Yeah.
And they're being sued because in their social media they have been using songs, that as a brand you're not allowed to use.
Shit.
And
I feel like all brands use songs.
Right. They're being
we
sued,
use songs in all our TikTok dances, everything.
They're getting sued for $24 million because the record company thought that they probably generated around $150,000 worth of sales per video.
Oh, because of all the money that they earn on TikToks?
No, sales of their cookies and all. The record company's just gone, well, this video got this many views, you got this many followers. We reckon this probably generated this many sales. And you've used that 100 and something times. That's $24 million all up. We're suing you for $24 million. And Crumble Cookie's in this big legal battle right now. They've removed all of it. And if you go on now, look at their social media, it's actually so bland and boring because they've got to use royalty for everything.
Because like we all use songs on our TikToks.
I know.
They could come after all of us one day.
Exactly. Yeah. If you use songs to promote Fate, well, yeah, that's a bit of a grey area there, isn't it?
Shit.
I know. So it is strange because like we're living in that era of the internet where it is like grey area vibes, because my thing is the artists need
the exposure. Yeah.
To get the song out there and going viral to then have a hit, right?
Yeah.
But then, it also trickles down. Yes, you're Fate and Fate is using it and that's like an actual business. But like I do paid partnerships.
This is what I mean. They could make that claim.
If I'm doing a TikTok dance on one video and then making video of a brand on another video, or even I'm assuming the Creator Fund
I would play into it.
I would just assume remember on like YouTube AdSense, if you had a song, you couldn't monetize your video.
Yes.
So I'd assume that TikTok would be the same, where if you used one of Lizzo's songs on a video, you're not making a cent on that video.
Mm-hmm.
And when I work with brands, like it's always
No copyright songs.
No copyrighted songs or logos or anything.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time when you may not know, like you may not notice, but maybe you will notice now, like if you see a paid partnership, like it will rarely have any other brands, even like I'm instructed that like not even a toaster in the background. You know, I've got my Smeg toaster in the kitchen. Like I'd be told to do it again without that in it. My clothing will never have any branding. Like you'll never really see any other branding in a sponsored video apart from the brand that obviously is being promoted. You also can't use a trending sound, even if it's not or that's some brands are okay with a trending sound, but also that could be someone else's intellectual property.
Yeah.
For example, if I make a trending sound and then you use it to promote Pink V and you're being paid by V to use my voice,
You could be like,
I
hang
could
on
sue
a second.
you
Fuck, that is messy.
and V as well. So it's like we're living in a very grey area right now.
It's very weird as well. Like, for example, with our Fate stores, we have to pay a license.
To APRA?
Yeah, to just play Spotify out loud.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. As a DJ, I have to send a file of, well, I don't have to, but whoever owns the decks.
Yeah.
So the club will actually be able to see all the songs that I've played throughout the night, and that data goes to APRA.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a clothing store or some sort of business in Melbourne has recently like gotten sued for like playing Spotify out loud in their store. Just to have like a bit of background music for their customers.
Yeah.
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah.
Like, and I get it because that's like, I get it, but I don't.
You get it, but like it's just something that you'd never think about.
Yeah.
But yeah. What other times have I had to do that with music? I think, yeah, DJing, it was more so up to the venue. But I think if I was a wedding DJ, I'm pretty sure, and this is the thing, no one actually would do it. Like, not many people would actually follow those rules and do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're DJing a wedding, I'm pretty sure you're getting paid to play other people's music. You need to send a list to APRA and you pay to have the APRA license. And then I think APRA passes on the funds
to the artists.
To the artists. Yeah. I'm really not sure how any of that works. Go Google, go yourselves. That's not a you thing, Hannah. I'm not expecting you to go Google it right now. You can all do some homework and some research later.
Oh, fuck, I hated homework. I feel like we've spoken about that before on the pod. I fucking hated homework.
Yeah. I think everyone does. Like, you say that like it's revolutionary.
No, but I fucking really hate it. Stop giving kids more fucking shit to do outside of school when none of it matters.
Especially because it's the parents that end up doing it. Like, I remember when I would get homework, Mum would be cooking dinner and having to stop dinner to come over.
How the fuck am I supposed to do this? And then the parents don't even know. And then I bet you they're just asking ChatGPT for the answers anyway.
And if they're not, that's actually a good way to look at it.
What?
Use ChatGPT to help with your kids' homework. There you go.
Can you say, like, from your schooling years, was there any homework that you did or an assignment that you had to do that was very useful to you in your life?
Nah.
Like, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, fair.
Stop it. The kids are at school for, 6 hours a day already? That's enough. That is enough.
I almost want you to have a kid just for the social aspect of it all. Like, just so you can document.
I would fucking raise that kid so differently. Like, I don't think they'd even go to school.
Really?
I reckon I'd do it myself.
Oh, with everything else you got going on, you reckon you're homeschooling?
Okay, maybe I would send them to school and, like, obviously go learn all the fundamentals of life and all the basics, spelling, writing, reading, but also they learn that at home as well. But I'd say don't fucking worry. Like, unless you want to go become, like, a surgeon or, something where you definitely have to, like, be smart and go to uni. If not, don't fucking worry.
But what if you don't know whether you want to do that or not?
That's the other thing. You don't know. When you're that young, you don't know what you want to do.
Yeah.
But they just pressure kids so much.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember stressing out when you had a test coming up?
No. Yes and no. I think I I think I've said this before, like I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I wasn't really motivated in school because
But
I had nothing to work towards.
I even remember like in primary school we had the basic skills test. Do you remember doing that?
NAPLAN and stuff?
Yeah, like in year 3, 4 and 5 and 6, like you had a different test every year.
Yeah.
Like I remember being in year 5 shitting myself the night before. For what reason does a kid in year 5 need to be fucking stressing like that?
Yeah.
You're in year 5.
Yeah.
All you should be worried about is going to Bathurst
Why Bathurst?
for your school camp.
Oh, we were going Great Aussie Bush Camp though.
Oh,
or
yeah.
Questacon. I don't
Yeah.
know if I did Bathurst.
We did Bathurst.
Oh.
That's where you do all the gold mining stuff.
Oh, yeah. See, I never did that.
Oh.
No.
I genuinely thought that I was going to find gold in that, like one little lake in the middle of the school camp that hundreds of kids would
Yeah.
look in every week.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to find gold.
No, and you didn't.
No,
Oh.
there wouldn't be gold in there. It's a busy school camp.
Yeah, true. Well, they could just sprinkle a bit of, paint some rocks gold, sprinkle it in there before the kids come each day.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the experience.
It
That's what they
is.
go- And then those kids, they have a memory for life and they tell everyone. And it's all about business, isn't it? This has been a big business episode, actually.
Anyway, thank you all so much for listening to Big Business. You
Business?
You got a tip of the week. I always end with a tip of the week on Big Business.
And
And it can be a life hack, business hack, anything.
Tip of the week this week is ask someone in your life what their favourite dinosaur is.
Yep.
Because look at the conversation it can spark, or you can figure out whether they're fucking boring or not, because if they're boring they won't have an answer. I was a bit worried about AJ, by the way, when he's
When he's like, I
goes,
don't know.
no,
That was a
but
bit of a red flag.
I'm going, AJ, give us something here. But it's all right. He went with Triceratops, which is kind of left of field, so that's good.
I was just expecting T-Rex, like a stock standard answer.
Yeah, I'd actually appreciate if, scrollers, you could ask a straight man in your life what his favourite dinosaur is, and then let us know in the broadcast channel.
Please.
Which, again, if you don't know how to join the broadcast channel, head to my Instagram, and then in the bio it'll say scrollers, and it's got a little headphone emoji. You can click that and join the broadcast channel. We always continue the conversation there and just talk shit. And Brittney sends photos of her and a mango lassie every so often. So,
Which, by the way,
Oh.
my sister-in-law went to Costco and she bought us a bottle of the mango lassi that they have there at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
It is not mango lassi.
okay.
Do not fucking get it. It's
Okay.
diabolical.
Okay.
You can't even compare. It just tastes like yogurt.
Okay.
Like, it's not mango lassi.
All right.
So do not get the Costco one. If
That's
you've
your-
gotten that and you've thought, oh, Brittney loves this, that's not what I'm talking about. Chuck it in the fucking bin.
There you go. That's Brittney's tip of the week.
Anyway, that's another episode done and dusted, Matt.
Thanks for listening, scrollers. We'll see you on Friday with an episode of Close Friends. Any idea what we're talking about, Britt?
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about Tammy Hembrow and Maddie Boy divorcing.
Oh, yeah, we didn't do that in this episode. Right, we can get into that.
Okay.
Anyway, Joel, I better let you go. I've got to go find my spare battery for the Mazda 3.